Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you again. I have been in my own whirlwind of December, kind of aligning with some of what came through in the December energy update. I'm going to share that with you, and also some, I guess I'll just say, patterns or synchronicity that I'm seeing to some of the information that was brought through previously. So we'll talk about that today. But the primary reason I want to connect with you, of course, is to see how you're doing, which I always love to hear about, see how your December's going as we enter into these new times, these new times in a very powerful solstice. You know, what I've noticed is as we've journeyed forward over the years, the ascension energies, which come through solar flares, which come through our alignments, and through obviously our work, because our work that we do individually for ourselves opens us up to the dimensional energy or the ascension energies that come through us. Okay, it's not us, like, we're not going to 5D. It's not a place we reach. That energy comes through us and we exude that out. So keep that in mind. So anyway, as we do our work, we are continuously opening ourselves up to these higher dimensional energies. And many of us are starting to realize that with respect to what I call kind of the veil thinning, and us being able to really take that in and be able to accelerate ourselves as a result. Because remember, it's all about us working from the deep inside, understanding who we are, and continuing to do the work and peeling the layers back. And as many of you have realized that and seen it very profoundly, as you realize what doesn't fit into your life anymore, or the patterns and the things that you've been doing in your earlier journey don't suit you, don't serve you, harm you, take away your empowerment. As we start to understand that and make those shifts and changes, as many of us know, it's kind of like our life crumbles to one degree or another, depending on where we're at, what we brought forward into the awakening. Okay. Oh, I just got huge chills. So, and then what they're showing me, this is so interesting. I think of this, I don't know if this metaphor has come through before, maybe in a client session, but they just showed a beautiful marble statue. They're showing, oh my gosh, I don't know the statue. Oh my gosh, I don't know the statue. Michelangelo, I think, did this, I should know this. David? I don't know. Anyway, marble statue being chipped away at, falling, pieces falling, and then the perfection of us. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. So what this is as you have been doing this work, and we're all at different places, right? And this wave upon wave upon wave, as you've been doing this work, it's going to seem very often, to one degree or another, and often to a great degree, your life is crumbling. Your life is just crumbling. But what that is the universe coming in, source coming in, your higher self coming in to bring to you your new way forward. It peels all of that off so that you can be that beautiful marble statue in all your perfection. Okay, in the metaphor that they're giving, or analogy they're giving for us today. And then what that does is that allows you to be ready and open for all the new, that perfection of that self, that perfection of that self. Now remember, this is a continuous journey, but that's the idea of this journey forward. And many of us have been through the mill in 2023 and 2024. And now we're ready to become and start seeing that beautiful marble statue, that beautiful self that we've created, that's always been there, but we had to clear these layers off. Okay? So just to kind of tell you a little bit about where I'm at, I want to give you some synchronicity, some of the messages. This is so fascinating, and I just want to share this part of my personal journey. But many of you might remember over the months, and I think over the last, I want to say it's maybe the last energy update, which would have been December's or November's, could have been both, but previously too, we've brought through that water events. They're going to be water events, and then they've shown up. But what they've always said is it's going to be local. It's going to be more local. It's not the whole world is going to be drowned in a flood again, but it's local. Okay, and this also has to do with, they just said containment. Okay, I hope we're not going up in a different direction. Containment in the sense of localizing so that humanity comes together in a local way. This is really interesting. However, what I didn't understand was that local, and this makes so much sense because this is the ascension, right? Everything drills down to the individual, right? Now, this isn't all this isn't happening to everyone, but what I'm going to tell you right now is when they were talking about local, they also were talking about the individual. Well, guess who has had, I'm not kidding you, water events. Now, there are other reasons for this, okay? Because remember, everything that happens to us, there are multiple storylines that connect in to tell you what's going on. There's a lot of feelers out on everything. So I'm just giving you the one thing, one of the many things that, and I should actually write a book on this whole like 2-3 month journey of water leak in my house, in my kitchen, because it's more than just what I'm telling you, but I want to share this part with you in that I have had an unbelievable, never in my life have I had this leak in my house that we couldn't find. My contractor and I could not find. It was insidious. And I now have my whole kitchen torn out. It's been the last month. We also think possibly I live in a split foyer, so it might have gotten into the ceiling below, but it doesn't look like it. But needless to say, my whole point in this is I have a local water event. And it's not small, it's huge. I'm having my kitchen replaced, flooring, blah, blah, blah. And a number of other things happening as a result that had then moved into my living room. And I think I mentioned a little bit about this at one point, but maybe not. Anyway, it's made me start to realize what we're talking about here is exactly what the Ascension journey is about. It's a collective thing, right? It's collective, but it starts with the individual. Now, not all of you are going to have water events. But what happens to me is oftentimes what I channel for the collective, I have to experience. And it happens all the time. I have to experience. I know it's going to be coming up. I didn't think about this, though. Anyway, I just find that really fascinating. I just thought I'd share that with you. But anyway, that's part of the reason I haven't been doing any videos, because I'm in this house. Here's my office in my home, and my contractor is just like making noise like nobody's business. And of course, it changes my vibration because I have somebody in my house that I'm not used to. Fortunately, we have a past life together, and this is all karmic. Oh my God, I want to tell you the story, but I don't want to waste the time here because it's just astounding to me. It is astounding to me how our stories, there's never just one thing. We may say, oh, well, this is because of this. But it has fingers into everything, and it has fingers into past lives. It has fingers into the future. It's incredible, and it all has to do with ascension, and it doesn't have to do with people who are also knowing they're going through the awakening. Everybody's going through it. They just don't know it. They're just not consciously aware. They're not consciously aware, and my contractor is a perfect example of this and the journey I've had with him. So that said, I'm just going to kind of stop there because I could go into a whole video on that. But I just wanted to share with you how that is showing up locally. Again, I want to say you're not all going to have water events, but again, I also very much, how do I want to explain this? I experience, either before or after I channel, I will experience very often the things that they talk about. The other thing too that, I don't remember this, when this was. I want to say November, I think they were talking about in December, when I did the energy update, like look to the skies. Now, I'm not going to channel this information, but I'm going to tell you right now, the look to the skies, I don't know how, and I kind of on the periphery of this, I don't really know what's going on, but I just know that we've got, in the United States, all these drone sightings. Apparently, they're the size of a small SUV, and I know people who have actually seen them. Now, I'm in Iowa, so apparently, and I don't know, it's kind of all over, but mostly on the East Coast or some of the West Coast. Again, I don't know the detail. But look to the skies. This is what they've said, look to the skies. Now, I don't know what's going on there. I do know it's a lot of confusing energy. I will tell you that. There's a lot of confusing energy. But regardless, the look to the skies, it's kind of interesting too, because it's, okay, what they're saying is it's helping us, honestly, get out of our phones and get out of our, there's a multiple of reasons for the look to the skies. We know that eventually we're going to ultimately understand More people are going to understand. They're going to be looking to the skies, and there's purpose in that. Now, whether it's this whole situation, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going there right now, or maybe at all. I don't know. But the point in this is looking to the skies, looking to the skies, looking to the skies. Again. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that all this has kind of come to fruition in some way or form. But today what I really want to do is give you a solstice message, and it is lovely. It's fairly lengthy. I'm going to read it. I channeled it with them, and it really helps, I think, when... So what I do when I channel, then I have to transcribe, and then, which is a whole different way of thinking, and then I read it for myself for like, as though I'm the actual reader of it, right? And I just feel like it is such a wonderful message for the times to come. And honestly, how important those of us who are consciously aware and awakening and really doing the work and understand the beauty of this, even though it's arduous, how important we are to what's happening for others. And many of you are able to see this in your day-to-day. Many of you, like, you start to understand, because guess what? You understand how the universe speaks, and you understand what they're saying, and you're understanding what's really going on in that person you met, and the contractor who's here for 2 months, working in my house every day. That kind of thing. You start seeing things differently for what they really are, not just what we might understand them as in our human context. Okay. So this is, I think, very supportive of all of that and the work that we're doing. And so here we are already at the solstice. And one of the things for me is I'm not a big ceremony or ritual person, even though I think they're neat. I really spend time on my own during these times out in nature and just with me, and trying to connect in that way. So whatever you choose to do, it'll be right for you, but try to carve some time out. I just got that word, or those words, carve some time out around the solstice to take those energies in, to really, it's a little bit like what they're showing me. It's like it's kind of the time for your New Year's resolutions, in a way, right? Kind of thing for the new year to come. It's kind of like the new year, getting ready for the new year. So maybe you make that your new year, in a sense of like, what are the things you want to take forward? As we've talked a lot about December. And what do you want your new year to look like? We're going through a lot of shift and change, as we know. We've talked about that previously. I'm not going into that right now, and we will be talking a lot more about it. But that said, today, this message is for all of you, wherever you're at in your journey, wherever you're at. But I want to thank you for everything you have done this year and all the arduousness that you've gone through, and the difficulty and the struggles and the pain and the joys and the growth, and seeing more for what things are than what we thought things were, if that makes sense. So that's an uncovering and an unfolding and the understanding the bigger picture of your soul journey. And I'm just excited for us moving forward together into the new year, because like I said, we're going to see a lot of shift and change, and some of it's going to look like, oh, we should be worried and fearful, but we don't take that forward. We do not take that forward. Remember the observer. We craft our own journey, so keep that in mind. Okay, so enough of that. I wish you a happy solstice, which is, of course, on the 21st, and then more likely, just because of the holidays and family stuff, and my construction in my house, hopefully it'll be done this weekend. I'll have a nice kitchen. But you'll probably hear from me year end for the new January month, or for the new year to come, for the January energy update. But you never know, maybe I'll have time to do something else. Anyway, I wish you happy holidays and whatever you celebrate, if you celebrate anything during this time, but most particularly this beautiful solstice that we all can embrace. So with that, I'm going to read to you this absolutely what I think is a lovely note. I hope you take something away from it. All right. This time you will find the solstice of the divine offers more energy than you know, a feeling of your deepest soul, opening up to all there is, more than has been in humankind's way yet. There is a difference of this time's energy in your way, not just another solstice too. Even though all solstices are of beauty and grace, yet this one is full of launching forward, breaking down the barriers for your lighter grace that will come over you as though you were moving through a gateway that moves you forward in your way. The work you have done in the recent past has brought you into a different way. A lighter grace, yes, it is true, but this does not mean you are finished with this too. It is the remnants now you will clear out. For many of you will feel this in your way, that a lighter grace is entering you too. The work you have done is proving through. The solstice offers it to you that paves the way to begin to see the next step. Easier connection with others, not just on the human plane, but in the star systems, we say too. This is an opportunity for you to feel a stronger connection with everything still. The veil dropping even more, for you are likely to feel more highly connected in your way. A smoother sailing of the things you wish to be in your life. Oh yes, we see. But one must come along, we say too, venturing further along in this journey for you, keeping your vibration high in the ways that you know how to do today and of which we have spoken in the past. All of these assist you, first and foremost the quiet times of meditation. Continue to offer this to yourself, helping pave your own path. For this energy will meet you in your way, not just sitting back on your haunches thinking everything will just come to you. For it is a partnership. As your energy raises, you attract what is given to humankind today, for those who are ready in their way. So assist yourself across the time of the solstice divine, and take it for what it is here for, helping you to launch forward in your way, clearing out the remnants. We are so proud of you today, coming through this far in this time. Difficult energies bombarding the planet too, and of course, your cellular system changing. And now comes the solstice in your way. Feel the difference over the days and weeks. Oh yes, you will do. Reach out and continue your journey of high vibration and exploration in your way of this path that has been brought to you of the Ascension. For you are the divine ones leading the way too, showing the others what it is like, and now we assist you. And what for many of you will be a gentler time of this, we say, yet others will deepen the healing, it is true. Keep this in mind as you travel through, as the solstice is here to enter into you, the light of the way and the truth, we say, imbuing it into you on this beautiful day. So there's your message for today, taking into the solstice this coming Saturday on the 21st. I wish you well on your journey forward in December. Of course, feel free to comment. I love to see your comments. I love to respond to them. And I think other people also welcome that too. Because when we get to share from each other, we get to understand each other's journeys. We get to start seeing patterns and synchronicities. So feel free to share. And if you'd like to reach out to me, it's Carolyn at purplerainhealing.com, where I assist you in your spiritual awakening journey through mentoring and guidance, as well as assisting you through channeled messages to help you in your life journey, understanding the connection we have to this larger spiritual story. So thank you so much for joining me. Happy solstice, happy end of the year as we launch into 2025, and I will see you in the next video.